number 61 and number 3 respectively. Boss Mike is wearing uniform number 8. Alright, this is the tail end of week number 5, aka the first week of second round of eliminations here in your NCAA Season 99 Men's Basketball Tournament. Another battle of Intramuros this afternoon. Again, number 1 versus number 10. These two teams squared off a couple of seasons ago in the finals. Kung maaalala niyo po yun, season 97 finalists, where Letran took home their second championship of a three-peat. Again, Martin Javier alongside Andre Paras here in the broadcast with our courtside reporters na makakapanayan po natin maya-maya. Lexi Gonzalez reporting for Mapua and Julia Ong for Letran. Alright, Chris Crack at the basket for the Mapua Cardinals. A different look for Mapua because Paolo Hernandez is back in the starting unit. Different point guard in Jeco Bancale as Camis misfires. That was the problem of the Mapua Cardinals in their last game as well. Their three-point shooting, I think they were 1 out of 23 against the Blazers, Andre.
Yun nga, that was one of their problems. And kita naman natin na si Clint tried that outside shot. You never know, baka nung practice, pinag-practice talaga nila. Just wanted to see, have a heat check. Tingnan natin if what they practiced was worth it. And I'm sure magagawa naman nila yan if they are consistent. But you know, it's early in the game. You know, they all gotta warm up well. So let us see how they can finish up the game with this.
Right before this game, etong Mapua Cardinals saw their 6-game winning streak get snapped by the Benil Blazers. Pag tinanggal mo kasi yung 3-point shooting nitong Mapua, guaranteed you'll be within striking distance against this team.
Yes, that is true. But the thing is, what's good about Mapua is the way they adjust. If they can make their shots outside, best believe they will be able to attack the basket.
Yeah.
And if you can watch the games previously or yung mga first shot meeting, you can see Clint and the other guards always attacking. Pag before the game or before their previous possessions, nakakamintis sila, they'll always attack the basket. So that's the beauty of the basketball of Mapua. Nakaka-adjust sila kaagad.
And si Clint Camis, the feed inside. Soriano nowhere to go. Here's Hernandez. Too strong on the triple drive, but following it up is the first-time starter, Jeco Bancale. And now we go to Letran side first. Let's hear the first report of the game, courtesy of Julia Ong. Julia.
Martin and Andre, hindi tayo sanay na underdogs ang Letran Knights. Pero alam nyo ba, nang makausap ko si Paolo Javillonar, positivity pa rin ang nananalaytay sa kanya dahil as a veteran in the team, puso at kumpiyansa daw ang dapat niyang ipakita dahil doon susunod daw ang positive energy. Sa basketball naman daw talaga, either you win or you lose. Kumbaga try until you succeed. Ngayon na mabigat ang laban na kakaharapin, isa lamang ang banggit. Mananalo daw sila dahil positibo sila na gusto nilang manalo. Just an update din regarding Neil Guarino. Final assessment was he suffered a mild MCL strain in his right knee and is undergoing therapy right now. At ang good news naman daw ay possible naman siyang makabalik na in their next game. Ayun na muna sa ngayon, balik sa iyo.
Maraming salamat, Julia. That's great news for Letran. Of course, they need their stretch 4 in Neil Guarino as we take a look at that escape by Jopet Soriano. Pero kung babalikan natin yung report ni Julia, di tayo sanay na underdog ang Letran, di tayo sanay na 1-9 ang record ng Letran Knights. Year in, year out, we see them compete at least for the Final Four. But this year is different. Paolo Javillonar just, taking the positives.
Yes.
Yung mga positives na nakikita niya, and of course, he's trying to lead this team despite their record.
Yes, ganun talaga. And of course, if you're part of a team na 1-9, it'll make you hungrier and more motivated to play as a team. And, it's now or never. You really have to get your team involved. And shout out talaga kay Javillonar that even as a, as the veteran that he is, he will do everything to engage his teammates. And kitang-kita naman sa mga past few games on how aggressive he is. At the same time, how he really wants to get that win for the team. So yun nga lang, we just have to see him and his other team have the same energy and motivation.
Paolo Javillonar had 14 points and 8 rebounds in that matchup against Perpetual. And he is called for the foul right here. For Letran, we open the scoring with James Humawas, the rookie forward, taking it strong to the basket. At ito naman ang Mapua Cardinals. Let's see how they will counter here. Warren Bonifacio. What difficulties against Benil. Here he is down the middle. no go. It is rebounded by Santos. Garupin. He discarded. First year point guard for Letran. Finally getting the keys to the offense. Garupin still setting the table. They go to Humawas. Humawas will attack. Humawas off the glass. He's got 4 points. Fast start for this guy as we go to Mapua's side. Let's hear the report coming from Miss Lexi Gonzalez. Lexi.
Nangunguna at hindi nagpapaobra ang Mapua Cardinals pero ganun pa man ay walang team na perpekto. Kaya nagkulang man sa huli nilang laro laban sa Benilde. Ang Mapua, sabi ni Coach Randy Alcantara, ay gusto niya makabawi at makabounce back sila agad. Aminado naman daw siya na di sila naging handa sa mga bigs ng Benilde. Kaya this time ay boxing out at strong defense ang kanilang pangbawi. Pagdating naman ngayon sa Letran, hindi pa rin nagpapakampante si Coach Randy dahil sabi niya, hindi raw nila tinitignan ang standing. Top man yan o bottom, same preparation pa rin ang Letran, ang Mapua. Moto nga ni Coach Randy, kami pa rin ang Mapua ang gutom sa panalo, kaya gutom na rin tayo makapanood ng magandang laro ngayon, di ba Martin and Andre?
Tama ka dyan, Lexi. Well, of course, that's a mark of a strong team. Kahit matalo ka, ma-snap yung winning streak mo. You know, don't lose hope. Huwag ka magpababa yung moral. Diba? Just bounce back quickly because it is a long season.
That is true. And of course, you know, when times get tough or when things don't go your way in games, importante yung mga body language. So kitang-kita naman sila. We had some errors already, but they're all positive and all motivated to play.
All right. Take a look at the highlights here. Humawas, Soriano exchanging baskets. And this time it's Deo Guahao nailing the elbow jumper. 6-all in the first 4.5 minutes of this game. This was the previous game for the Mapua Cardinals. A very winnable game for Mapua, especially towards the end. Pero kinulang sila against Benilde.
And if you watch the game, kitang-kita naman na Mapua had an aggressive start. But of course, Benilde was making their shots in the painted area, which means Mapua just needed to be able to control them in the painted area. Like I said before, alam kong redundant, you have to make them uncomfortable inside the painted area. But other than that, they did everything they could. What I liked about the game was yung mga hustle na pagbaba. And of course, shoutout nga kay Clinton ulit. Grabe daw. Hindi sila mapagod. You just kept on running. And yun.
Ito naman yung sa Letran Knights. They led almost the entire game up until the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter kung saan nag-overtake na yung Perpetual Altas. The Letran Knights only scored 6 points in the fourth frame.
Yeah, and yung masakit doon, they had 25 turnovers in that game, and those turnovers mainly came from those passes and being careless. So, when you're going up against a team now with Mapua, with players who are always staying low, who has that good timing in trying to get the ball, trying to get that steal, you really have to take care of the ball. And which is happening right now. You can see Humawas right now as a rookie, already attacking the basket with no fear. And that's what he's really known for, being aggressive and always attacking the basket. And I don't know if this is Sparta, because this is what happens if you leave the information sheet. His hidden talent or his favorite thing to do besides basketball is dancing.
Wow, okay.
So this is why you can see him dancing inside the floor. And
I know.
Grabe, the rhythm he has. But going back to basketball, what a huge help for him.
Hence the footwork.
Of course, grabe talagang footwork.
James Humawas. All right, he's shown flashes of brilliance here in the first quarter. Humawas will be replaced though by Kobe Monje. And this is going to be important for Letran. The second unit now comes in. And included in their bench unit are Kurt Grayson, Kobe Monje, and Ira Batalier. Much firepower for Letran.
That is true. And usually when you say second unit, they are the ones who will give their first unit a rest. Pero not in this case kasi like you mentioned, yung mga pumapasok ng mga second unit, yung firepower, andun pa rin yung intensity. So parang wala namang ang nawala or bababa sa laro nila. So grabe yung second unit nila kasi it's gonna be very aggressive. So kita natin si Kobe Mon and of course, Kurt Rayson who entered the game.
That's right. And they are facing a team that boasts a very deep lineup in Mapua. Players getting tangled up. Agawan ng bola dito. By the way, Letran on top here in the first frame, 8-6. As we take a look at this move. Agawan Buko. Bonifacio. Cuenco getting into the mix. Teo Cuajao holding the ball.
This is what you want to see. First quarter pa lang, players dying for the ball. So kitang-kita mo yung gutom, the hunger they have in just wanting to get the ball and executing for their team.
Peter Rosilio comes in for the first time. Here's Kevin Santos. It's the back iron that time. Rosilio, rookie point guard, usually is the starter for Coach Randy. Comes off the bench today. Let's see what he can do. Here he is. He surveys the floor. Jopet Soriano. Manike Rosilio. Rosilio will attack. Hang time. It's good.
Ayan. And both teams, ang strength nila inside the painted area. So tingnan natin, we saw Mapua shying away first from the outside shot. So they are all going inside the painted area. So what a way to adjust sa kanilang offense.
Naagawan dito ang Mapua. Cuajao. Oof. Hard bump. Monhe for three. A little bit too strong. Soriano is still down. Rayson snatching the offensive rebound. And here's Kevin Santos. Santos may pabitin. Wala. Rebound ni Barrecto.
Looking at the brighter side of things, we know that Kurt Rayson loves attacking the basket, but knowing na may defender sa kanya, what a way for him to adjust and look for the nearest man with a high percentage shot.
This is beautiful execution. Now Cyrus Cuenco setting up Jopet Soriano. And Mapua overtakes here in the first frame. Their second unit outworking Letrans. Ito, si Kevin Santos aatake. That's a foul on JC Recto. Let's take a look at the sequence. Cuenco, two-man game, and then the pocket pass to Jopet Soriano. And that's what Cuenco can do. He's a two-guard most of the time. But don't be deceived. Kaya rin niyang mag-point guard, mag-facilitate, mag-set ng table para dito sa Mapua.
And that's the beauty of having multiple positions you can play. It's going to be very difficult for the defenders.
Yeah.
And of course, pag scouting yan, you're going to put so many players on him or find the perfect player that can defend a player like him. So tingnan natin yung mga damage na pwede nang gawin sa game na to.
Cyrus Cuenco had 20 points in their first round encounter with Letran. And here's Ira Batalier. This guy has range. That time, it was too strong. Look at Recto. Corral that rebound. JC. Pinasa kay Bonifacio. Rosilio will retreat back at the post. Bonifacio surveys the floor. He chooses to back down. Oh, he got hit in the face.
Oh,
You immediately saw the reaction. Let's see what happened here. Kung kanino or ano yung tumama dito kay Warren Bonifacio as he was trying to make his move. Ito, he was looking at his teammates, barking instructions, and then went ahead and attacked the defense of Batalier. Ayun, yeah. Wow, that was whack to the face of Warren Bonifacio. All right, our referees will review this, of course.
but you gotta give it to Warren. Alam mong bumabawi siya from the previous game. If I'm not mistaken, he only had 2 points, 8 rebounds against Benil. Pero ngayon, kitang-kitang aggressiveness niya. How much he wants to give back to the team. And kitang-kita na lang, he's trying to facilitate the floor, but the offense wasn't going their way. So he decided to attack. Yun nga lang, so happens in hard foul na yun. So yeah, let's see what the referees call this foul.
You're right, Warren Bonifacio was just 1 out of 8 against the Benil Blazers. Kahit yung mga, ano niya mga bread and butter shot niya, yung sa baseline, sa elbow, 17-footers, hindi pumapasok against the Benil Blazers. So, look out for Warren Bonifacio. Determinado itong bumawi ngayong araw na to. Of course, he still averages a little over 10 points per game. He is the third leading scorer of Mapua right after Clint Escamis and Paulo Hernandez. Our two referees reviewing this. Referees Mike Tolentino, our crew chief, alongside Carlo Sebastian. Si Carlo po yung number 61, si Boss Mike yung number 8. It is an unsportsmanlike foul called against Ira Batalier. Masakit yun. You know, we saw it on the replay, on the slow-mo. Pag real time yun.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't see it happening, pero ang bilis pala. So, you know, maraming salamat sa slow-mo. Nakita talaga natin. So, obviously, it's a right call for the refs.
Okay, there's a timeout called by Letran when we return 2 free throws and a possession for the Cardinals. Here at the NCAA Season 99 coverage. Key matchup for today. What a matchup. Paulo Hernandez, Deo Quahao, 2 scorers for their respective teams.
This is an amazing matchup. Hence, just look at the stats. Look how almost similar they are. I just want to see how it's going to be played out for them. And, you know, Hernandez right now is on the bench. Pero once he's on the court, best believe he's going to give his best. And, yeah, let's just see. Tapos si Quahao also on the bench getting the well-deserved rest. So, best believe once these guys go up against each other, it's going to be an intense battle.
A quote-unquote unusual situation for Paulo Hernandez today because in the past few games, he's been coming off the bench. And he's been showing effectiveness off the bench.
Yes.
Today, he's part of the starting unit. Medyo nahirapan siya makakuha ng diskarte. Deo Quahao also silent so far. Pero antabayanan po natin yung mga numero ng dalawang players niya buong laban. Meantime, action continues. The score is 12-8. Recto for 3. Recto knocks it down.
There you go. As we can see with the offensive flow earlier, a lot of their players were shooting from the outside. Looks like this was their probably an early offense for them, and finally Recto scoring for them. So kita-kita na yung effectiveness ng offense ng Mapua.
First triple of the game for the Cardinals. And they attack the other way. Bonifacio just misfires from the free throw line. And again, yun yung mga bread and butter shots ni Juan Bonifacio. Racing from way out, no go. Batalier inside with the left hand.
Now that's what Letran needs right now, a big. They have guards that can facilitate the floor, look for the open man, and you need a big who's always there to do the dirty work, who can always get those rebounds, at the same time be aggressive. So it's going to be a contagious energy for them. So tingnan natin kung ano pa magagawa ng Letran.
Cuenco thought about it. Ana Batalier, of course, back in the NCAA. After spending some time in España, catch and shoot for Cuenco. Hits the back iron. Ball is tapped outside. It's back with Cyrus Cuenco. Fresh 14 though to work with. He will utilize the screen. Bonifacio pick and pop. Masyado malakas para kay Warren. Still couldn't find his touch.
During those outside shots of Mapua, you gotta give it to Garubin because grabe, he's always there to close out, doesn't give up.
Ito muna yung 3 puntos mula kay JC Recto. Left with space that time from the left wing.
So yun lang, when going back to Mapua, if you leave them open, shots might go into, so you really have to be up on their face. Always defend well and close out. No matter what happens, keep closing out. Just like that with what Kobe did. Beautiful defense on the part of Letran.
That's great D by Kobe Monje. Monje sends it out. Batalier thinking about it. Instead, sends it to Rayson. Rayson will attack. Rayson finishes with a left.
There you go. Now these are the plays and moves you later on see kay Kurt, but now he knows he can utilize it now, and what a way for him to be aggressive here kahit patapos ang first quarter. So this is a great thing to see if you're Letran. Everyone from the bigs to the guards are being aggressive.
Ito, natawagan ng turnover ang Mapua Cardinals. Kurt Grayson able to force his way to the basket off that drive. The captain of Letran and their leading scorer as well. Able to get some points on the board. Ariar, one of the few veterans on this team. Grayson is trapped. Grayson will escape. Grayson! Oh, back-to-back baskets for Kurt Grayson.
You can see the defense of Mapua doing a hard show or double teaming, but the thing is, it's unfazed para kay Kurt because he can still attack the basket, and ito na nga ang strength nila. And once you attack the basket, they're going to be difficult to stop. So if you're Mapua, you have to get them uncomfortable by pushing them out of the painted area.
Looks like Grayson is more free in the second unit nitong Letran. Less pressure for him. And now he can do what he wants on the court. Ito, Kurt Grayson going left, but this time flipping it up with his right hand.
And the great thing about also their offense is you never know if the Letran's big will roll or pop. That's why they have defenders who are confused. Will they help or will they go back to their big? Because yung bigs at Letran can also shoot from the outside. So that's why Kurt could always be open if that's the case. Kung ganun ang pag-iisip na Mapua sa defense.
Ito, Mapua Cardinals. Lack of alertness that time. Shot clock violation. 4.7 remaining in the first quarter. A defensive lineup on the court for Coach Randy. And Letran will get the last say here in the first quarter. They go to Batalier. Grayson, ilalapit. Step back jumper. Got it! Kurt Grayson finishes the first quarter with 3 straight baskets.
What patience. Great patience. Now that's what I'm talking about.
How about this?
Look at
Grayson,
that.
yeah. Usually,
He'll
itira na niya yun eh.
he'll shoot it. But the thing is, he's more patient, and I'm sure this is something he has studied with his game, knowing that he takes too many quick shots. But what a way for him to be patient. If he can continue this pace throughout the game, makita natin yung ibang laro ng Letran because they're all gonna be playing together, and of course, contagious energy galing kay Kurt Grayson.
That's right, Letran on top by 17-15. Magbabalik po kami.